Survivors, welcome to Ark, a world of ancient mysteries, dinosaurs, and super advanced technology, a world of survival. My name is Spartacus, and finally, after working for the past 2 years on this video, I am now here to share with you my own attempt at the 100 Days Hardcore Challenge. So guys, sit back, relax, grab a snack, and prepare for a journey back in time. And I mean that literally, because the first 12 days or so were edited before I was even uploading videos on this YouTube channel. So you're gonna notice a difference. And with all that out of the way, let's jump into it.
So on day 1 I picked up some rocks, punched the tree. So now I had a pickaxe. I started picking up some berries and fiber when a little creature decided on following me. He brought a friend and together attacked me. I smashed them with my pickaxe and harvested them for meat. Then I smashed a rock, got more berries, and crafted a shirt, some pants, a campfire, and some spears. I also crafted an axe for wood. I needed to start placing down some foundations, so I checked out for predators. Nothing special, just the usual dillo. 125 dillo. But still, no match for the master hunter that I am. Next, I crossed the water and decided to place my new foundations on this side. I placed a box and a campfire for cooking. Everything was perfect up until now. Then I crafted 2 clubs, because why not? You know, 2 is better than 1. As I was checking a pteranodon and preparing myself to kill it, I heard a strange noise.
What the hell is that? Oh my god.
And of course I had to be kicked out of my house by this big-headed killing machine. I crossed the water again, and the other side of this bay was infested with billows. However, I was not gonna give up on my foundation that easily. After all, I stored all my important things there. I was determined to try reclaiming my land. I wanted to craft some bolos and a bow and some arrows. Somehow I managed to get back to my stuff, but I knew that if I wanted that Parnogon, I needed a tame. So I took out my bola and went for a passive tame. And I actually got 2 of these guys. But by the end of the day, everything went down to shit. Again.
Oh, are you kidding me?
And yeah, that's when I decided it was high time to get the hell out of here. The night in Ark is really dark, and you can't skip it. So the torch is highly recommended. I passed the Alpha Raptor and went further down the beach. It was the morning of day 2 when I arrived at a rocky area, which I considered perfect for my new base, because it was surrounded by cliffs and water on 3 sides. It was like a natural fortress. I had to deal with the current inhabitants, so of course I bashed them into submission. Now I would have at least a bit more protection from the average threat. Oh fuck. That is not the average threat. But this time I was not giving up on the spot. So I started gathering some resources to start building my house. I had to be careful with the axe to not hit any trike, or I would get yeeted into the next map. Luckily, I found a tech parasaur that was willing to join my pack. Too bad this Dillo had other plans.
Oh, come on, where did you come from? Fucking Delos.
By nightfall, I was able to put down some wooden foundations and some spike walls. It was too dark to do anything, so I just waited for the night to pass. In the morning of day 3, I took care of my wood, picked up fiber, and crafted a lot of things. With all this crafting and grinding, I was leveling up really quick, so I unlocked some furniture for my house. Now enjoy this time-lapse of me building this majestic base. Day 4, I also tamed a new Dillo and a new tech parasaur, though of course I forgot to record this part. By day 5, this was my progress. I'm not the best builder, but I think it was starting to look pretty cool. Okay, so it was early morning of day 6, with my house almost finished, when after all the grind I got awfully bored. So it was time for a little bit of action. So I took my bow and trank arrows and found this guy stuck. I tranked him and gave him meat. In the evening, I found a loot drop, which was actually decent. So I named my new Pteranodon Sky Terror, although the only thing terrifying about it was its low ass level. I also tranked a new Dillo for my Dillo protection squad. There was an annoying trike nearby, but since I was on his territory, I couldn't do anything about it, so I just respectfully acknowledged him as the alpha of this land, except I didn't. After that, I killed some turtles, a lot of turtles, yeah, a lot, for the much needed keratin, the one thing that I was missing to craft the Pteranodon saddle. And in the morning of day 8, I was airborne, baby. Hell yeah. I mindlessly traveled across the nearby island and killed a few friendly neighbors. I felt a bond with this new flyer that I had. At least that's what I thought before finding this level 95 that I instantly decided to tame. While waiting for the tame, I went to a drop nearby and I was pleasantly surprised by a decent sword. And apparently this spot is great for taming pteranodons, because I found another level 95.
Why not? Let's go here then.
But I decided to leave him be. He had higher health stat, but I preferred the higher stamina. Although now looking at the footage, I realize I'm an idiot, and I could have just tamed both and bred them. Anyway, the weight was killing me, so I went to another drop, but this one was just garbage. Finally, the new flyer was tamed, so I passed on the title of Sky Terror. Now that I had a good flyer, I set off for the redwoods for the much needed crystal. At night. Yeah, I know, stupid idea. But I got my spyglass. And I also got rewarded for having balls. With a new Mastercraft sword, I picked up an Explorer note and went on to try my fighting capabilities on a low-level Spinal. On my way home, I stopped for a yellow drop and, naturally, the loot was garbage this time.
Of course it has to be crap. Of course.
I finished the day by planting some narker berries on my balcony, because, you know, who knows when you want to get high. Day 10. I was flying around when I saw another tech parasaur post nearby. At that moment, I had a brilliant idea. Since there was no metal in the area to mine, I would make a tech parasaur farm for metal. The only problem was that this parasaur was female, just like mine. But this time, Mother Nature was on my side, gifting me a male 20 meters away from the new female. After the taming was done, I collected just a few narcoberries and moved all the parasaurs to the back of my base for breeding purposes. Day 11, I went back to the redwoods for crystal because I wanted to make a cryopod. Crystal check. Polymer check. Supply drop check. Cryopod check. Since I was around anyway, I explored the green obelisk area and found a really juicy iguanodon. Iguanodons are great for transportation since they sprint without using stamina, and they have a decent weight stat. They're also pretty good fighters. But this got even better as I tranked down a level 60 Tapeara. And then I found another level 75 stock in the obelisk pit. I obviously decided to tame the level 75. I know it's not a great level, but this guy already had better stamina and double the weight of my pteranodon. The Ark gods finally smiled upon me. And oh boy, this couldn't have been further from the truth. The next day I quickly made an iguanodon saddle, but the Tapehara required a smithy. I named the Tape Skywrath, and with 500 stamina and 370 weight, he was amazing. So I decided to cryo my iguanodon, stored as much metal and crystal in my Tapehara, and fly home. Terrible mistake. Terrible indeed. Because on our way home, I decided to check out the dinos along the way, killing the low level ones so that higher level ones would spawn. And I didn't take into consideration that my Tapeara would harvest some of them. Oh god, that's a level 80 berry. No, 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 fly, go, 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 no, god, no, no, no! The Ark gods laughed at me again. I managed to get back the metal and crystal, and guess what? On the back of my iguanodon, I finally got home.
Day 13. I didn't do much. I tried hatching the parasaur eggs, but apparently it was too hot outside. So I took my iguanodon for a ride, and we tranked a beaver. Unfortunately, it got knocked out in deep enough water to drown. But apparently this one did not lose oxygen. Hooray! Day 14 the beaver was tamed, and we went back home. I was still depressed from the Tapeara incident, so I placed a memorial stone dedicated to Skywrath. I spent some time contemplating my mistakes, and in the evening, I finally managed to hatch my eggs. The following day I put all the females in a breeding circle and executed the extra males. And for the next few days, I just mindlessly traveled across the island with Sky Terror, hunting supply drop and searching for a strong carnivore to tame.
In the morning of day 18, I tamed an Anki on Herbivore Island. This is probably the most important resource gatherer, as it gathers metal very efficient. And it also reduces its weight by 75%. And of course I forgot the saddle home. But these things are really slow. So in order to use an Anki, I need an Argentavis to carry him around. Off to the redwoods. I set up an Argentavis trap using some stone dino gateways and 2 pairs of dinosaur gates. The trap works really simple. You just grab an Argie's attention, lure her inside, and place the second dino gates right as the bird enters the trap, locking her inside. Exit through the side and bam, you got the level 100 Argent. Day 19, the Argent was tamed. Her stats were decent, but most importantly, Argent are really good for carrying stuff around. They have naturally high weight, and if you level them up, you can easily reach 1.5 or 2k weight. They can carry medium-sized creatures in their claws and small ones in their beak. And they also reduce the weight of a lot of resources in their inventory by 50%, including metal. But that's still less than an Anki for metal, so the best way to gather metal is to keep it in the Anki's inventory and use the Argentavis to pick him up. Luckily, the Ankis gather metal on their own, so the fact that I forgot the saddle was not that important. But you will need the saddle if you want to gather metal even more efficiently. Day 20, I was tired of grinding, so I decided to check the nearby swamp for Sarcos, because I really wanted one. But there was a change of plans. I could not miss a 125 baryonyx. So naturally, I prepared a trap and lured the bastard in. It got really dark, so I placed a torch on my Argent saddle for light. But then... What? Apparently berries can damage wood structures. Whoops. And also this dumb bird wouldn't stop attacking. In case you haven't noticed by now, this trap was a failure. Early in the morning the berry broke free, but I was able to land some shots in the night with my crossbow while it was chewing the trap. Right after sunrise, the hunt resumed. And after a few shots, the berry decided to run. But I was in hot pursuit. After a lot of running around and missed shots, he finally went down. Luckily there were a few salmons around, so I was able to get my hands on some prime fish meat, and the berry was tamed in no time. Day 22, I slaughtered all the current adult tech parasaurs that I had, and then left for the redwoods with my Argent hoping to tame a Rex. But I ended up just killing everything inside. Day 23, I finally found a Rex on Carno Island, basically the other side of the map. I built a trap using dinosaur stone gateways and large bear traps.
Yeah, I'm retarded, okay?
Piece of cake.
Yes! I've done it! Come on, I went through half my ammo. Finally!
Early morning of day 24, my Rex woke up and I named her Xena. I cried her, and on my way back home I was blessed with a red supply drop. If you don't know, those are the best drops you can get. Of course mine was crap. Why do I even bother? I got home and for the rest of the day I just level up my Rex.
Yeah, like you stand a chance.
The next days I just kept on grinding. Grinding. Kept on grinding. After a lot of grinding, Xena helped me finally getting my hands on some juicy loot from 2 alpha raptors. On day 28 I noticed something strange. I don't know about you guys, but I think asteroids collect more narco berries compared to my moss chops and the iguanodon. Let me know in the comments if you've noticed the same thing in your playthroughs or if I'm just crazy. Now that I had so much metal, I crafted a fabricator, an industrial grill, and left again for Carno Island to level up Xena even more and to find her a worthy mate. There are no Rexes on this freaking island. I had to slaughter absolutely every creature until eventually a Rex spawned. It was a 110, nothing special, but he would do the job. You remember the process: gates, bear traps, lure, block, trank, kill the idiot Argent that is trying to eat the Rex, prime meat, and done! I named him Hector, even though his stats were more of an average Bob. But, you know, Xena and Hector sounded much better than Xena and Bob. Immediately I started leveling him up, and oh boy, did I level him up. He was tamed level 164, and he left Carno Island 222. On our way home, I stopped by the so-called Giga Mountain. Usually, there's a Giga on this mountain. And guess who's home? This Giga will bring me so much pain. And some of you might already know what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I had only one cryopod, so I had to walk all the way back to my base.
Okay, I forgot about you.
Day 31. I killed an Ovis and spotted an Alpha Rex. It was only level 20, so I charged head on. But this bitch kept pushing me around. I have to say, this was not a fun fight. But somehow, I managed to get the Alpha in biting range and show her who's the boss. I finally got home, cooked the mutton, and hatched a new generation of tech parasaurs. Day 32, I gave my Rexes some alone time, and now I had an egg. Unfortunately, I had to place down some ACs if I wanted to hatch this egg.
Oh, come on, are you kidding me? How is this even possible? Why is this a thing in the game? I placed a generator, some lights, and 2 AC units. I started hedging the Rex egg, and in the meantime, I built a pipe to bring water close to my house. During the night, I imprinted my new Rex, which I named Kratos. Day 33, I mated my parasaurs again and killed the extra mates. Day 34, it was time to start collecting some artifacts required for the boss fight. I set out for a nearby cave with my berry. On our way there, I tamed a monkey and tested out my pistol. It went pretty well. I finally found the entrance, and this place was creepy as hell.
Oh shit.
It was filled with ugly creatures, explorer nodes, and a lot of high-value resources. That resulted in me leveling up really fast.
What? Oh shit, out of the wall! What the? What is that? What the Megalonian?
I have to say this cave was not that bad. The only annoying things being creatures coming out from the wall to kill me. Also,
Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh shit!
never get off your mount unless you're 100% sure that no more enemies are around you. I finally got the artifact and ran straight to the exit. It was already day 35 when I resurfaced. I shot down another spinal and set out for home. When I met this guy.
What the fuck is this?
Turns out there was an event going on, and this guy was super tough.
Whoa!
You already know what I'm thinking, don't you? 3 Rexes. It took me 3 Rexes to kill a super turkey for some bones. What the Anyways, back home I ended up executing my original pteranodon. He was atrocious. Utterly garbage. At least let's finish the day on a positive note. So check out these gorgeous new lights.
Now this is way better.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my aang to the metal node. I'm gonna smash till I can no more. I'm gonna take my aang to the metal node. I'm gonna smash till I can no more. Day 37, I was still in the metal gathering mood, so after some more breeding, I killed every living tech parasaur.
What? No! Shit.
That was sad. That tree was very nice. I hatched some more Rex eggs and got a nice 187 girl that I would later name Roxane. But now that I had 5 Rexes, it was clear that my dealer protection squad was obsolete. So I decided to thank them for their services. It's not like they've actually done something, and release them. And by that I mean releasing them from their mortal bodies. Day 38, Roxane turned out to be golden, with those fully imprinted stats. 11k health, gosh. I wanted to check out the snow biome, so I crafted 2 new cryopods, in case I wanted to tame something. I packed up Roxane in the already existing cryo, because more protection never hurt anyone. Jumped on my berry, and off we go. It was day 39 when I arrived at the snow border, after a quick stop by the green obelisk to check the broodmother requirements. If you ever travel through mountains on a baryonyx, do not jump. These things have no resistance to fall damage. And you will most likely run out of fish meat for healing. I really wanted a nice level U Tyrannus, but I could only spot shit ones. The trip north was a total disaster up to this point. The best I could find was a mere level 75. Needless to say, the drops were also garbage. This red drop gave me a Mastercraft Tropoegnatus saddle. But Spartacus, that is really good. The Tropoegnatus is a really cool flyer. It's not even on the map. This dino does not spawn on the island. Why would I want a saddle for a dino that doesn't spawn on the map that I play? Anyway, day 41, I didn't want to leave empty-handed, so I chose to tame the level 75. I placed down my trap, but the problem was how to get him inside. Berries get scared by Utis, so I pulled out Roxane. Even though I was not entirely sure how I was gonna pull that lure off. As you can see, the UT completely avoids the trap, and I get trapped in this corner. However, I'm riding a Rex, so of course I'm not trapped. In the meantime, the UT got in a pretty bad fight. Although I was trying to get his attention, he got stuck. And this guy killed him. Remember how I said I'm not leaving empty-handed? Yeah, I tamed the pig. This was f***ing awful. I spent 3 days in the snow biome for a f***ing level 70 pig and named her Porky. I was done with the snow. So in the morning of day 42, I just left. Even though traveling by Rex is slow, I made no additional stops and got home the same day. Day 43, I was on the river near the redwoods when I found this little cute furball.
Oh, not.
It was low level, but it was the only otter around.
Come on. Yes.
I tamed it and named the otter Ottie. And now I realize Ottie is a girl. Let's just say it comes from Otilia, okay? Anyways, it was the cutest thing I've ever seen on the island, by far. I mean, look at her. And it wraps around your neck like a scarf. Day 45, after doing nothing for the past 2 days
Oh my
in the
God.
redwoods,
That was a close one.
I was once again heading north. Naturally, it was still filled with shit level UTs. You have to be really careful when you traverse the snow biome, not only to the creatures around, but also to the terrain, or this might happen to you. Oh no. Maybe if I pull out the Rex? For the next 10 minutes, I just tried to cryo the berry and then jump onto Roxane, and so on. After this annoying experience, I continued my journey of finding something to do. Finally, day 46, I found a decent megatherium. These guys are the best for the broodmother fight. So naturally, I wanted some, but they take forever to get knocked out. Do not tame them like I'm doing here. Trap them in a taming pan. And be aware of any bugs around, because if the megatherium kills a bug, oh boy, you're in for a ride, my friend. Megatheriums are omnivores, so you can basically tame them with anything edible. I finished taming her and left her home, but on my way I found a level 95 Spino. Again, not great, but Spinos are really good all around tames. Having high oxygen and a really good swim speed. Trap the Spino, feed the Spino. Day 47 I was waiting for the Spino to tame when I saw this girl. She was a 125 megatherium. I already had one, but this one was much better. This was perfect. If I could leave the snow biome with 2 megatheriums and a Spino, it would make up for all the time wasted in this shit. Yeah, I knocked her out underwater. But apparently she was not losing oxygen.
Yes.
So after a lot of guarding, on day 48 she was tamed. Now we had a problem. 6 creatures and only 3 cryos. I was once again traveling by Rex, with a Spino and Barry following me. It was so annoying. These guys were getting stuck even behind the smallest rocks. Unbelievable. Not to mention that my Spino almost got killed by a bunch of little shits. In the evening I finally arrived home, crafted the Spino saddle and introduced Rick to his new family. The next day I was at the usual business, feeding my dinos and filling my storage boxes. I packed up Rick and went by the redwoods to level him up a bit. I started off by grabbing this particular loot drop.
Come on, baby, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, this is the worst freaking drop. Why am I even trying? Why am I even coming to these drops? I've got nothing, not a good freaking thing from these drops. A yellow drop with a ring on it. It drops me 2 blueprints for the GPS.
Whew. Oh boy. Killing alphas gives much better loot than drops on this shit island.
Exceptional again.
It's just insane how bad these drops can be.
One eternity later.
Day 51. Oh boy, it's been 4 months since I last recorded this map. I know the video was planned for January, but it is what it is. I had no clue what I was doing in the snow biome, so I just went back home. I had to rethink my strategy in order to kill all 3 guardians of the island. We needed the Rex army, a Utyrannus, all the artifacts, the ones from the underwater caves included, and if you thought the Cavern of the Lost Fate is hard, oh boy, you're in for a big surprise. But for now I had no water teams, other than maybe Rick and Barry. So I set out for the lava cave. This is an annoying cave, to say the least. It's really hot, I had to take out all of my hide armor, and it's filled with my favorite. Yeah boy, rats. But probably the worst things about this cave are the jumps over lava. I don't know if it's instant death, but I'm not going to find out. Whew. Do not attempt this cave if you don't have a dino that can jump, or grappling hooks. But just like that, the artifact of the massive was mine. I managed to get out safe, and it was already early morning of day 52. As soon as I got home, I jumped straight to another point of our to-do list, the Rex army. I had my Rexes breed and hatched 2 more eggs. One of the new Rexes got a nice looking mutation, but it was a stamina mutation. Not great, not terrible. Day 53, it was getting a little bit too crowded near my house. So I moved the new Rexes to the back of my base, and named the mutated one Big Herc and the other one Lil Herc. I once again set out for the redwoods with my Argent and Hector in order to find a decent female Spino. Of course I had no f***ing luck, but I found this guy. Or maybe he found me. This is the exact reason why I brought Hector along. And right next to us, I found this girl. I remember the last time I fought an Alpha Rex, I almost lost my bird. So this time, I sent her away before the fight. Here we go. Hector, the mighty Rex. Will he be able to kill this savage Alpha? What a battle of the titans. A rumble in the jungle. The contest in the forest. However, this fight turned bad really quick, as that Rex pushed me off this cascade and managed to trap me. I finally broke free, but the Alpha was hot on my heels. I couldn't turn around to fight back on this narrow path. Things were looking really grim. I managed to fit through some ruins and once again send my bird to safety. The Alpha was too big to fit under this bridge, so I turned around and round 2 was on. Apparently it fits. Fuck. But none of these matter as Hector vanquishes his opponent. Day 54, after the battle, I still had no luck with the Spinos, so I decided to tame this level 65 Megatherium. We'll just hope the babies get their mother's stats. You see the red thing coming out of him? This is what I was talking about before with the bugs. If Megatheriums kill bugs, they get a damage buff and a huge damage resistance. It's better just to wait the effect out, then tame it. After taming it, I came home to a bunch of new Rex eggs waiting to be hatched. Day 55 started like this. The eggs hatched and I got some nice level Rexes. I also had my Megatheriums breed, so now I had 3 more babies, including a nice pair of high-level Megatherium twins. With 6 new babies, I just spent the rest of the day imprinting all of them. When all the babysitting was done, I crafted some scuba gear. Proud Rick jumped on my baryonyx and set out to tame some megs. Then, my game suddenly decided to do this. What the fuck is this resolution? Am I playing Ark Mobile? Anyways, a quick restart fixed everything. Back to serious business. In order to get the artifacts from the underwater caves, I needed a pack of 5-6 megs to guard me. I think it's the easiest way to do those caves. Just grab your berry, a pack of megs, and kill all. Also, basilos work pretty good, since they do not get stung by jellyfish. Obviously not level 10s. Just kill them. The best place to tame any aquatic creatures on the island is probably around Herbivore Island. You can literally find anything here. Sharks, basilos, even squids. We'll call them giant squids. Luckily, I found 2 level 95s and a 130 female. And since I had to make a shark pack, I tamed all 3 of them with some Moby Dick meat and some raw prime. Shit, Bacillo. 15. Yeah, basilos are still shit. By day 57, all 3 sharks have awakened and a long and bloody journey followed. Look at this. Look at this and tell me there's something cuter than this in this game. You simply can't. Day 58, I packed up my strongest megatherium for some extra brawn, hopped on my berry and set out for the upper south cave. It's pretty hard to find with all these trees, and it's one of the caves where you will most likely need scuba gear. And be careful when wearing scuba gear, since Arthros can one-shot all of that gear. Apart from some hard to find tunnels, this cave was not that hard. Then again, this is probably the cave where the bear thrives most. Back home I fixed the scuba gear, crafted some new cryopods, and my sharks had a good time while I was gone. Day 61. After a full day of leveling up Big Herc, on the way home I used Rick to gather some powerful biotoxin. Spinos are really good at killing jellyfish. That big snout really helps them, but they are not immune to them, so be careful. This new tranquilizer gave me an idea, a stupid one. So, in the morning, I picked up some of my Rexes that needed leveling up, some Megatheriums, the pig, and my berry, and set out on a big journey. Our objectives were the following: the Central Cave, the Carno Island Cave, Northern Ice Cave, leveling up my dinos, and that stupid idea of mine. Off we go. First stop, the Central Cave. The perfect word to describe this cave is bats. Of course I got rabies from this radioactive looking fuck. Luckily, I pumped my health high enough to tank all the effect, although I ran through a big chunk of my food. I went back into the cave, and guess who got rabies again? I was down to 200 health, so I crafted a campfire for meat and tried using this pig to heal me. For the third time, I was back in the cave and finally reached the artifact. I came back to the surface and set my sights on an Alpha Rex. But I learned my lesson. This time I engaged with 3 Rexes at the same time. I packed everything, and on day 64 I was at the Giga Mountain. My first idea was to tame this guy. This is why I crafted shocking trank darts using that biotoxin. But now I had another idea. I could cement my place as the alpha of the island by killing its most ferocious predator. I waited for the morning to come and I assembled my Rexes. The Giga was a level 30, so I figured 7 Rexes would be enough. Some of you might already know the ending, but anyways, we charged head first after the Giga.
Charge, my Rexes! Let's show this bitch who's the real king of the island.
A few moments later.
Oh my god, we're getting slaughtered! Slaughtered like pigs! I need to get out of here. Oh no, we lost everyone! Oh my god.
That was a stupid idea. The gods of Ark are probably laughing their asses off because I just lost 60% of my boss army. We switched to plan B, so I got back to my Argent, placed down a trap, and lured him in. I pulled out my rifle and started tranking him down. I used the best ammo possible, and a pretty good long neck, so this guy took me only 50 darts. Finally, the Giga was down. Fuck. I don't have any prime meat on me. I tried to use my Argent to kill some Stegos for prime, but she only got 3 pieces, so I pulled out my last Rex. Much better. However, I was in for a surprise. Gigas lose torpidity quite fast. Round 3. I knocked out this bitch again, and this time I made sure it stayed drugged. Finally, it was tamed. so I named her Slayer since she slew almost all of my Rexes. Day 65, after another disappointing drop, I got to Carno Island, ready to try out my new toy. Apparently, I had just enough metal ingots to craft a Giga Saddle with my Argentine, and oh boy, I gotta say this guy is shit! I mean, look at that damage. It had 25% melee damage post-tame. What the man? And it gains 0.5 per level. Oh my god, this is so lame. This is probably because I tamed the lowest level of Giga, but f***ing hell, she killed all of my Rexes with no problem. I barely killed an Alpha Raptor with this disappointment. I decided to cryo her away and start leveling up my only Rex left with me. And oh man, this guy went from 174 to 211 in no time. Next day, my Megatheriums followed. And luckily, there are scorpions on this island. The only thing left now was the cave. This cave is just a big pit of death and pain, filled with the most annoying creatures possible. Do not attempt this cave without a mount that can jump, or you won't be able to climb back. The Thylacoleos are probably the best, since this cave is basically designed to make you fall. There is no way to grab this XP node without falling or using hooks. And also, do not forget parachutes. My Barry was unable to climb back, so I had to cryo him and make the jump myself. If you're not interested in that particular XP node, later in the video I attempt this cave with an unexpected mount that turns out to be better than the berry for this cave. Anyways, back to the footage. The artifact of the Devourer was now mine. So next stop, the Northern Ice Cave. This cave is really tight, too small even for the berry. I quickly realized that I might need some hooks, but I was out of metal since I crafted the Giga Saddle. Luckily, I had one more metal gate from the trap. I scrapped it, so now I could craft some hooks. I put my best armor on and crafted a wooden shield for some protection. I was ready. At least, I thought I was. The cave is quite simple. To reach the artifact, you just go right. There were no hostiles in sight, and it was really quiet. Too quiet, actually. Oh boy, I'm not going this way.
Fucking bastards. Shit.
Of course I got rabies. Luckily, I found another way to the artifact room.
Oh my god.
This almost ended the series. I took the artifact and killed the last bat, but I ran into this bottomless pit. This is exactly why I crafted the hooks. I placed the hooks on the... I forgot my crossbow. I forgot my crossbow. Needless to say, I was unable to go back. And I ran out of food as well. The gods of Ark finally got me. However, I still had an ace up my sleeve. Or should I say pocket. I managed to jump off my pig onto the ledge to cryo him back and ran straight to the exit. I wanted none of this cave anymore. Mission complete. Sort of. Day 68, I was back home. I placed some more feeding troughs and once again bred my sharks. I spent the rest of the day with the babies. Day 69, nice. I traveled to the redwoods to collect more metal, and since I was already here, I decided to do the last land cave left, the swamp cave. I descended into the cave in the morning of day 70. This cave is no joke. It is filled with toxic gas, so you will either need a gas mask or a full scuba gear. I don't know why flippers would help with gas, but it is what it is. Also, if you want to do this cave, you will need cryopods, because this cave is not for the baryonyx. You need the megatherium. Why? You wanna know why? Here's why. This cave is filled with a lot of annoying bugs. Megatheriums are the ultimate bug killers. It's a perfect match. Keep in mind that you have to be extra careful when you dismount, since these big boys are too big to fit through some of the passages. So make sure you clear out the chamber before you dismount. I have to say it, this cave is beautiful. All these bioluminescent mushrooms. Ah, I get the feeling that I will enjoy Aberration. Artifact of the Immune. Done. Day 71, I was back home and I started replenishing the Rex army with new babies. At least you sound cool. Day 73, the moment has come. I had 2 artifacts left to recover, both underwater. I took as many scuba tanks as I could, packed my berry, jumped on my Spinosaurus, summoned all the sharks, and left for the caverns of the Lost Faith. And I have to say, we were looking quite dangerous. The ocean is filled with ugly and dangerous creatures, but I was prepared. Not even alpha megs could stand a chance. I finally reached the entrance to the cave. Look at this light. Oh, here we go. The party is on. It wasn't that hard. Usually there are mosas in this chamber, but this time it was surprisingly quiet. I also managed to get 2 artifacts. I don't know how. The f is this thing? Ah, that's more like it. Only God can understand what's going on here anymore. I resurfaced on day 74, and since I wasn't that far away from home, I decided to make a quick trip back and deliver the artifacts and all the other important stuff. I also crafted a few more scuba gears, just in case. Day 75, Rick and I came back to the sharks and the hunt for the last artifact resumed. I'm so tired of these trash tier bacillos. Oh, a good bacillo. Finally. These things take so much time to tame. Caverns of the Lost Hope. We have finally arrived. And oh boy, if you thought the other cave was hard, wait till you see this one. Holy mother of God, this cave is insane! Oh my god, a squid already? How am I supposed to beat this cave? Level 225, what is happening here? Ah, of course, now I have to face Mosa. As if the Mosa wasn't enough, look who's here. However, I was not able to attack it, so I thought we were safe. But Ark never stops to amaze me. Disappearing dinos, creatures coming out of the walls. But this is something on a whole nother level. This squid that was stuck in the wall managed to grab one of my sharks through the said wall and get it stuck in the wall. What? Anyways, I had no other options than to move on, especially since another squid was coming towards us, and this one was pretty much free.
Just leave my berry alone!
I moved on with my very low health creatures and reached an air pocket filled with regular cave spawns. I soon realized that this air pocket span across the whole cave. I also realized that the artifact was not here. Apparently, the whole squid battle was useless, as it was not required to reach the artifact chamber. Basically, I lost 2 of my sharks for 2 XP points. This is the actual entrance. Of course, another slugfest was waiting for me here.
I swear to God, some of these Dunkleos are harder to kill than those Mosas.
But after 3 days of underwater battle, the artifact of the Conning was mine. I had enough of the Ark Ocean for this series, so I cryoed all of my creatures and crossed the whole island on my berry. In the evening of day 79, I was finally back home. Day 80, I continued to breed my Rexes, as I had too few to attempt any boss fight. After collecting the eggs, I cryoed the parents, as they needed to be leveled up a bit, and to free up some space for the new babies. Naturally, I spent the rest of the day imprinting and gathering food for the babies. Day 81, after crafting some more much needed crab pots, in order to level up my new Rexes, I set out on another journey to the Carno Island. However, this time I was traveling by Rex and killing anything in my path. I switched the Rexes mid-trip so I could make the most out of this journey. Yeah, it's safe to say that by the time we reached Carno Island, this boy was a beast. Well, let there be carnage. Clearing the island once or twice with each Rex gives a lot of XP. And in the meantime, the other Rexes could get healed by the pig. Now, I know I could technically just feed my Rexes newborns, but I thought this was faster and also a lot less cruel. Finally, I finished leveling up the Rexes in the morning of day 85. All I had left were 2 megatheriums, and a bright idea hit me. I was going to level up one of these guys in the cave. And I have to say, if you have a crab mod, megatheriums are the go-to for this cave. They just clear everything, and those annoying jumps, he's big enough just to walk over them. This was the easiest cave run I've ever done.
No, 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 no.
After this, I continued leveling up the other one on the surface, and by the end of the day, after some healing, we were good to go. But there was one more thing that I had to do before challenging the Guardians. One final test. I had to test my new Rex army. I needed to kill a giganotosaurus. I went to the mountain where we found the first one and looked for a giga for the entirety of day 86. Nothing to be found. I knew there was a chance that maybe he spawned on a mountain in the snow biome, so this was my next stop. But during my search, this girl caught my attention. A 140 Utyrannus? Yes, please. I had to wait for the night to pass, and in the morning, I was on the hunt. I needed some elevation to shoot from, and a mount that doesn't get scared by the UT roar. In comes the Rex. I left my RG, there, set the Rex on passive and started pelting the beast. I had to run quite a bit after this girl, but thanks to my shocking tranq darts, I managed to knock her out with just a few shots, relatively speaking. Her stats were decent, especially that stamina, which is really important since I was gonna ride this girl for the boss fights. I fed her some stego meat and the next day she was tamed. I needed to level her up, and in order to do that I needed a saddle. I set up a base at the top of this mountain since it was rich in metal. I left the metal in the forges and went to check around the mountain. Hello there. Bingo. Exactly what I was looking for. It was stuck, so instantly there was only one thought in my mind. Tame. But first we had to deal with the U-tie saddle. As soon as the saddle was crafted, I took Ingrid for a spin. After a whole day of having fun, I decided to deal with a Giga. Since I had no time and resources to craft metal gates, I crafted a few large bear traps and some stone gates. I know he can damage them, but in my mind, he was already stuck. As you might have guessed by now, he was not. But I was going to try this anyway. I was going to use the mountain as part of my trap, in order to trick the AI into trying to run out of the trap instead of destroying it. Yes, we got it! And I have to say it was a total success. Oh f***. He just walked over it. What the f***? I tried running after him, and of course I missed some shots. So in the end, I just wasted my time and my darts. It was now clear to me that I had to kill it. But first, I had to heal my Rexes. It took some time, but hey, at least I got some more levels on Ingrid. I also crafted some more shotgun shells and rifle ammo. But after a whole day of healing, we were finally ready. I cleared some trees and deployed my Rexes there instead of up the mountain, so they wouldn't take any fall damage. But I needed to fight the Giga on level ground, because if I would charge him up the mountain, my Rexes wouldn't be able to surround him, and that means only taking damage without dealing damage. Here we go. I lured the Giga down the hill and straight to my army. Come on, get in there. If we're losing this fight, that's it for this video. There's absolutely no way for me to rebuild a good boss army at this point. Oh my god, I think I can see blood on him. Then again, it might have been from my bird. You see this guy? I almost lost the battle because of him. Oh come on! It healed from that idiot Purlovia. Almost, but now I was truly the alpha of the island, and we got him with no casualties either. Although I have to say, because of that Purlovia, we were really close to losing again. My job here was done. So, off to the Green Obelisk. It was time to kill gods. I knew my boys were in no shape to do a boss run, but I needed to go home and grab the artifacts anyway. So, in the meantime, the pig would heal them, at least partially. Back at my base, I took all my cooked meat and the artifacts. Broodmother, here I come. I forgot the snow cave. Of course I did. I left the artifacts home again, took Rick with me, and set out for the snow, with a little stop by the Green Obelisk to refill my pig's inventory with meat. I had Barry with me for the cave, but I also had 2 Megatheriums, Rick, Ingrid, Hector, and Xena, in case things would get rough. Okay, apparently the wiki recommends being at least a bit more prepared than I am right now. So, as soon as I landed, I started working on some medical brews. Also, the kitten armor is not suited for this cave. I know I got the otter, but I would still need a full suit of fur armor. With 12 med brews and only 1 set of normal fur armor, I was still underprepared, but it is what it is. Morning of day 95, I entered the snow cave. yetis, polar bears, purlovias, and wolves? Oh boy, I feel like Barry should sit this one out. After the entrance, there's a small passage accessible only by going pro, so I had to clear the first hostiles by hand. 205? This cave will be a pain in the ass. I pulled out Hector and started smashing everything inside. Oh yeah, it's time to show them who's the real boss. Come, I'll take on you all. In this cave, you must be extra careful, since this could happen. These Purlovias are no joke. Luckily, if you ride a Rex, you won't fall off to a certain death when they dismount you. But probably the strongest foes are the bears. They hit like a truck. Do not underestimate the Yetis either, as they have a really strong knockback on their attacks. Do not let them gang up on you. The water also deals damage over time, so stay out of it and use it as much as you can to your advantage, as most of these creatures' swim speed is pretty slow. You will have to dismount from time to time to clear the crystal that blocks the path, or if you're using a Rex, to cryo him, because these guys are too big for some of the passages. Be extra careful when you do that, and double check for Purlovias before getting off your mount. I had to switch from Hector to Xena, as his health was getting really low. You can also use the narrow passages to your advantage, making it impossible for the enemies to swarm you. You can run, but you cannot hide from them. Is that a Purlovia on the wall? Holy shit, that was close. Oh come on, there was another one. How the hell did those things end up on the wall anyways? Come on, let me ride. Shit, they pushed me down here. Real, bro? Real? At this point, I think Purlovias are like my kryptonite. This cave is an absolute slugfest. I'm not even bothering with that loot crate. I know the moment I dismount, a Purlovia will jump on me out of the ceiling or something. After clearing this room, I had to cryo Xena, as her health was getting really low. In comes Ingrid. And you know, this cave is like those teleshopping ads. because just when you thought I had finished clearing this room, the cave said, "But wait, there's more!" I have to say Utis are the best for this cave. They fit through all passages and they can draw up Lovias with their roar, making it way easier to get rid of them. You can also use them to push creatures in the water. Finally, after a long-ass journey through this cave, the artifact of the strong was mine. And again, another one spawned right away, so of course I got both. Great, now I got 2 so I don't have to ever come back. As I exited the cave, I was overwhelmed with joy. The 10 caves were officially completed. Yes! Finally, we're out of that dreadful cave. Oh, we made it. I traveled back home and grabbed all the artifacts, put on my battle armor, and set out for the green obelisk. When I arrived, not all the Rexes were fully healed, but that was okay, because Megatheriums and Spinos are the best for this battle anyway. So I subbed all of them in. I tossed the unused Rexes aside with my Argent and Altar, and placed the artifacts in the terminal. This was it. The beginning of the end for the Gods of Ark. This is what we've been working for. As we entered the arena, I saw her. The mother of all arachnoids. The scourge of the underworld. The broodmother.
Let's go.
My army charged head-on, encouraged by Ingrid's mighty roars.
Oh my god, we're destroying them.
She's getting quite low.
She stands no freaking chance. Oh yeah.
We have vanquished the big spider. So that's it, huh? That's the broodmother. Honestly, this was very anticlimactic. I expected a bit more. After teleporting back, I started packing everyone. We had no casualties, a perfect result in our first battle. Unfortunately, I still had too few cryopods, so I had to leave Rick, Barry and the Megatherium behind. The next stop, the blue obelisk. I first deployed my low health Rexes in order to heal them. I killed a few things for meat and fed my pig. In the evening, I deployed the rest of my army in battle formation. I once again left out a few Rexes to get healed. However, after demolishing the broodmother, I felt pretty confident. So I placed the required artifacts in the terminal and summoned the King Kong of the Himalayas, the megapithecus.
My god, it's really cold here. Shit.
Once I entered the arena, I realized that I had to win this battle quickly, or I was gonna freeze to death in my chitin armor.
Oh my god. Come on guys, we have to do this quick. Come on, I'm gonna freeze to death.
I'm not even kidding. This fight took me under 2 minutes. I mean, half the time this dumbass was not even fighting, he was just banging on his chest.
Easy as
Next time, sir, focus on fighting instead of showing off your chest. There was only one more guardian left on the island. But we still had 2 more days, so I went home one last time. I painted my armor and decided to celebrate our victories a bit. Remember these things right here? Oh yeah! Spider-Man, Spider-Man, walking on the walls, yes, Spider-Man, comes into your house and he fucks your wife, watch out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, look out! Here comes the Spider-Man. Who the fuck are you? Are you this guy's wife? What happened? Why the fuck am I naked? Don't do drugs, kids. Anyways, it was already the afternoon of day 99, when for one last time I assembled my army. This time at the Red Obelisk Terminal. The last god of Ark was due tomorrow. I once again gathered meat for my pig in order to heal my dinos as much as I could before the fight. Day 100. This is it. The last battle. No god shall laugh at me anymore. Fuck, I forgot my author. No god shall laugh at me anymore. The last guardian of the Ark. The father of all terrors in the sky. The dragon. Come down, you son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
Okay, I have to dodge these. I cannot take another one. Charge! Come on, don't get stuck.
Oh my god.
Hector, no!
Another one of my Rexes died. Come on. Yes!
It was done. We won. But this last victory had its cost. We lost 2 Rexes against the dragon, one of which was Hector. He was by my side from day 30. Thinking back to all the memories we had made me realize that this game is awesome. I was so focused on the final goal that I forgot to enjoy the beauty of this game. Here's to Hector, my beloved Rex. Thank you, my friend. Thanks to you, today, no god of Ark laughs anymore at us. Guys, if you made it this far into the video, go into the comment section and type Gladiator. You're an absolute Chad for making it this far, and you've earned both my respect and my gratitude for your support. Speaking of support, there's a new way to directly support the channel. We have recently launched channel memberships, so if you're interested, go check that out. Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, join our Discord, and all that good stuff. Until next time, Spartacus out.